talk about something that's not a dumpster fire. This game was awesome. Game of the year. Minnesota Vikings versus the Buffalo Bills. The Vikings coming up clutch Cousins. And they're able to win 33-30 after an absolute wild sequence in the fourth quarter into overtime. This was such a fun game to watch. I did not want to transition over to Packers and Cowboys. I wanted to keep watching this game because this was just exciting to watch, whether it be one of the best catches you will ever see in the NFL from Justin Jefferson, especially considering the timing of the catch and when the catch was made, to Cousins not making it on the quarterback sneak, to then Josh Allen fumbling the ball and allowing a touchdown, and where you think, oh my God, the Vikings are going to win this. Then, of course, Josh Allen gets the ball back. They get into field goal territory. They tie the game up. They go into overtime, and the Vikings are able to seal the deal after kicking a field goal and then Josh Allen throwing an interception to finish things off. What a game this was, Danny T.
Old Patrick Peterson, still the wily vet.
That's right.
But I will tell you exactly what happened. And, you know, I do deep dives into this, okay? And what happened is the reason why Josh Allen fumbled that ball is he does have that elbow injury, right? That UCL.
Yep.
But right here, this controls the nerve. So you can't feel anything in your hand with that injury. So when he went to go snap the ball, he didn't feel the ball touch his hand. So it just hit right down on the turf. He had no business playing in that game, especially seeing as, you know, the Bills are on a bye in a couple weeks. You know, like, you got to think of the long term here, and now they are in jeopardy of maybe not even making the playoffs. They need a few things for Josh Allen. They need an offensive coordinator that can you know, take away his glaring errors, and they need a running game to help him out. I have this debate all the time. Josh Allen not going to have a very long career. I say by the time he's 31, he's absolutely done in this league.
Wow, it's just because of the physical style play that he does.
He's a little bit of Cam Newton, but right now, until he gets that offensive coordinator back, like Brian Daboll, he's erratic. He's prone to turnovers, and he is just a little bit hero ball.
Yeah, there is a little bit of hero ball, and we saw that with a couple of the interceptions the last couple of weeks. That sort of cemented to me where I'm like, man, it's going to be tough to consider the Bills a Super Bowl contending team if Josh Allen's going to make plays like that. I'm still a Josh Allen guy. I love the way he plays. I think he's just so much fun to watch, and he's just got a cannon of an arm, just an absolute rocket.
And the NFL changes rules for him.
Yeah, exactly. So he's going to be a beneficiary for sure. But having said that, I was a guy that was critical of the Vikings. I just would always accuse them of being inconsistent. They have all this talent and they're never able to capitalize. And I got to eat some words a little bit on this Viking squad because they are 8-1 right now. And they are just a team
that's
best record in football. And it's just this team looks good, man. Everything's clicking.
It's the Sean McVay effect, man. Sean McVay, yep. He does that. He does this to teams.
Yeah, and utilizing Justin Jefferson in that Cooper Kupp role, and obviously having Kevin O'Connell as the former offensive coordinator for the Rams now as your head coach. Kirk Cousins is looking good. I'm not talking about the bling that he wears on the airplane when he's coming back home from the W. He's looking good on the field. I know that he wasn't able to convert on that goal line stand there, but and hey, Justin Jefferson is a guy that everybody's sort of pegs. Oh yeah, I think it's very hard to debate that. I think he's at the very least top 3. At the very, very least, he is a elite receiver, and he is showing it. Obviously, that unbelievable catch, I think. So I'll just straight up ask you. Was it better than the OBJ catch?
Yeah, I mean, again, where it was on the field, and you know that it actually did matter. You do need to give it a big shout out to those gloves that they wear nowadays, because you know you're not dropping nothing with those. I always tell you, I always say them DBs should be wearing some of those gloves, because You're not. You'd have like 15 interceptions if you wore those gloves.
Yeah, it's just something. But yeah, this game rocked. I love this game. I'm not concerned about the Bills as others are. I think they're still going to make the playoffs in my mind. It would have to take an utter collapse. It's not like they're getting dominated or anything like that. And this is a good Vikings team. And the games that they lost were against some pretty solid teams, other than the. And you could even argue the Jets too. The Jets are a solid enough team, and so it's not like they're losing to, like last year they lost to the Jaguars, and that was just a bad loss, and that was kind of a symptom of those Bills teams. But when they come out to play, they come out to play, and so I'm not too concerned with the Bills in terms of making the playoffs. I think playoff time will be interesting because you're starting to see some patterns, trends with Josh Allen. And so you just kind of hope that he's able to get that resolved. But yeah, this game rocked. If you haven't seen this game, you got to go see this game, especially like the last couple of minutes and over in the fourth quarter, starting from the 2-minute warning.
Have you seen the? This started to go viral today. I don't know if you saw it, but they had the recording of the Minnesota Vikings play-by-play guy calling the game. So
yeah,
the
Paul Allen.
Paul Allen, is that his name?
Paul Allen, yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
not to be confused with the late great Paul Allen, who was the former owner of the Seattle Seahawks.
That's right. Yeah, he oh my God, what a great play-by-play guy Paul Allen is for the Vikings. I wish he was the Cowboys play-by-play guy.
You ever do that? You ever break out the binoculars when you're calling a game?
I've never broken out the binoculars. No. I've been a spotter before for an announcer and have had to use the binoculars, but not while I was actually calling a game. So that was interesting to me. I thought that would be like a spotter's job, but hey, kudos to Paul Allen, man, to take the lead on that. And but God, he's such a great play-by-play guy because he's a guy that's like clearly a homer, but he also but he there's a great play call against the Cardinals many years ago. I want to say like the early 2000s, where it was like the Vikings needed to win the game to get into the playoffs, and they were facing the lowly Cardinals at that time. And the Cardinals pulled off the upset. It was a last-minute touchdown to win the game for the Cardinals. And the call from Paul Allen was like, touchdown! No! Like just the heartbreak, like because it was an awesome call. Like he called it so perfectly where it's like, totally put over the greatness of the moment, but also was like, oh my God, they actually lost. I can't believe the Vikings lost. Like, just unbelievable. I highly recommend people go back and watch that clip because that is a lot of fun. But yeah, go watch this game. This is a fun game. Watch the whole thing, start to finish. Game of the year, easily. Game of the year so far.